we got ourselves a quick little update from Mr. GOT Gaming. If you don't know, there's been some insane fraudulent copyright strikes happening to him and to other people too. Apparently Moist Critical sang a Taylor Swift song, like he sang it and he got a copyright strike for it or something, or a claim. What a ridiculous situation. 4-minute clip. Let's see what he says.
Morning everybody. I'm not long woken up, so I'm still looking rough and in my pajamas. Yeah, I just wanted to issue like an update on everything that was going on. YouTube has now accepted the counterclaims.
Thank God.
Gone through, and
at that point, he's good. He's chilling. The most important thing is to get that counter notification in, because when you get a copyright strike again, you have the ability to counter notify. And what that means is you send in your reasoning to YouTube, and then they have to process it. There's a moment where you send the application, and they have to process it. But dude, I went through a situation recently where I got copyright struck for Demon Slayer trailer reactions. Do you understand how crazy it is? I reacted to I had to delete this. And there's so many other Demon Slayer trailer reactions that I had to delete. Straight off of Crunchyroll, by the way. I reacted to the Akaza as well. Like, I'm not touching this. I don't even want to let this guy see that shit. I got struck for that. And I counter appealed, and YouTube literally fucked up. They denied my counter notification for one of it. And I was like, what the hell? So I message out to YouTube support. I get a bunch of bots. I have to demand an actual human to speak with me. And finally, I get somebody and they say, oh, yeah, we saw your application. My bad. Yeah, we automated that and we fucked up. But it's all right. We sent your notification in. Don't worry about it. What the fuck? Your automated system is so garbage that it, like, by their words, not mine, they fucked up. They had a problem. They corrected it. But this is what happens. And you don't get real people. Like, you need to hound them. You need to do everything you can and make so much fucking noise to have someone to actually show up and help you and support. It's crazy. And thank God that, you know, GOT was able to figure this stuff out. But I bet his stuff got like blocked too for a second. Maybe it did. And it's just so frustrating.
I'm in a weird place now. I've been like talking to a few other people. It appears this third party has been like doing this to loads of creators.
Yeah.
Like,
remember, third party shell companies where they don't own the rights to the content ID. They send fraudulent copyright strikes, abusing the YouTube copyright rules. Because they want to profit off of it. They exist to then show to different corporate entities that, like, hey, we found a channel that was abusing your content. They're re-uploading your content. Remember the video I made about the Uma Musume stuff in the diagram that I drew you? They exist to deceive the actual copyright holders because they're so out of touch. They then show you receipts of videos being taken down and say, we did a good job, we're internet police, so we'll do more of this for you if you send us more money. Like, this is such insane levels of just incompetency, fraud, and YouTube will do nothing about it. Nothing will change.
Smaller ones and just tons. I had no idea how many people were being affected by this. I feel really weird this morning because if like I now just don't go forward with anything, it should be fine, right?
Yeah,
these strikes will get taken away and everything will be fine. Everything will be sorted.
But what about the future though? It's going to happen again. And that is the unfortunate reality. When you get into the game of YouTube reactions, no matter what you do, I'm not even talking about anime, cartoons, songs, whatever. You don't even have to react. You could be an anime reviewer using some random frames of, let's say, Shangri-La Frontier to make a tier list video at the end of a season, like what Echidna did. Copyright struck. You are not safe as a content creator on YouTube because of this bullshit rule that exists.
But then I like just nothing. It just like nothing. So I will then be fine. In the video, I've had to remove all of my Taylor Swift shorts. They've all been removed. They were the most successful shorts I've ever uploaded on my channel.
And that's even more shitty, right? Like, as a content creator, you're trying to grow. You're trying to get more views. That's the business. fraudulent copyright strikes happening to someone to their peak content. Like, are you fucking serious?
And all those views and everything and the growth is gone, is dead because of these false claims. That's it, it's done. Yeah, it like, and now if I just submit these, I've been told that everything should be fine, it should reverse and it's all good, everyone can see it's fraudulent, but there's no action taken against this company.
Yep, nothing. Why? Because YouTube, they don't care. Their goal is to not be blamed for the content that they present on their platform. As in, they don't want to be liable for their content creators. And it makes sense. Like, you think it's crazy that YouTube would be willing to use content creators who literally makes them money, right? Without actual YouTubers making content, they have no ad revenue. So you would think that the customer support and the help towards actual the creators, which makes their platform succeed, would be the priority. That's not how it works. We are used as human meat shields when it comes to copyright infringement. And it's better for them to shoot down innocent creators for their channels to get terminated on the basis of fucking fraudulent copyright strikes, because the lawsuits that could happen for actual real cases, right? What I'm trying to say is the system they have is actually better for them, and you may think it's not, but it is, and it's really, really shitty. And I just wish that like there could be something added on to this. I'm not asking for an entire like change in the system, because copyright rules, especially international copyright rules, because it's not just like we're all in America or Canada or whatever, right? Like, the reason why Japan can constantly change copyright strikes, even though the content we create under fair use and transformative content exists, is because fair use doesn't apply to their laws. And when you have different international rules all mixing into this one platform, it gets very messy. So I understand why. And on top of that, copyright laws itself is so draconic, it's so old, it's so outdated, and nothing will change. I get that. But at the very least, add some like safeguard measures. I'm not asking for like an entire, like, again, uprooting of the system. I'm saying if these companies, whoever sends a copyright strike ends up being fraudulent, as in they don't follow up with their fucking counter notification because they have no legal document present, because they don't actually own that shit, I think they should be banned permanently from the Content ID program. I think the idea that a random ass shell company in India can just act as if they're the holders of Taylor Swift content and strike down Luke's content is ridiculous to me. And sure, I acknowledge that because it's an imperfect system and YouTube has to look out for themselves, we can still have the system, but at the very least, have something that punishes them so that this doesn't happen in the future. Like, unless like actual punishment happens, nothing will change. You need to add a level of threat so that these frauds won't repeat it. And it's going to happen over and over again because YouTube doesn't care. And even if this happened to a bigger creator with millions of subscribers, it still wouldn't change anything. Because there's been time after time where big creators have brought up the issue of copyright stuff until YouTube actually gets a fucking lawsuit and they realize that like they actually need to change something. They're not going to change anything because to them, of course, this system is still the most profitable. Some sort of warning system would be nice, right? Before copyright strikes happen, for YouTube to be like, hey man, you're getting a copyright strike from these guys and they're asking to take these videos down. You have like 5 business days to take these videos down or you're going to get struck. I'd be like, fair, I'll delete it. Boom, gone. Even if it's fraudulent strikes, I don't even want the strike, so I'll delete it. Something like that. You know, there's ways to add on to the system, but nothing fucking changes and it's so frustrating.
Then in like next month or next week or even right now, there are smaller creators who don't even have the following I have. Like my Twitter following is much smaller, but the smaller creators who don't even have that following, who will just shout into the dark and die. And I felt
there's, for every one of like GOT Gaming, you need to realize there's like hundreds of smaller creators who have no voice, who have no reach. Again, sometimes YouTube support will reach out if you're paying them on Twitter and you have small followers. That's fine. But like a lot of times you don't get an actual response, and unless you make a fucking noise online and you have other notable creators and other influential people making the noise and pinging YouTube to actually get a real fucking person to pull up, you're there arguing with the robot, sending, hey man, we heard you. Please send a counter notification. It's like, dumbass, I sent a counter notification and it's getting rejected because your automated system is broken. Have a real person reach out, right? Like, I had to wrestle with the fucking YouTube support about the Demon Slayer trailer reactions. I got 2 copyright strikes for, by the way, 3 trailers from Crunchyroll, and I had to wrestle with it. Like, it's so unfair. It's so unjust. And that's the game that we have to just play because the rules won't change.
So helpless yesterday. It was like yesterday, by the way, was my first day off in 4 weeks because we've been moving house.
Jesus.
And we've
worst timing ever.
And we've got like a load of things going on behind the scenes, so it's just been very intense and heavy. And yesterday was my first day off, and I woke up to all of that. Like, yeah, it was.
Imagine you're moving. It's your first day off. You've messed it so much into the move, and everything is chaotic. And then what do you get for a vacation? Fraudulent strikes. Hey, your livelihood is just gonna be gone. How do you feel about that? Wow, what a great vacation. Thanks, YouTube.
Yeah, it's been rough. It's been really rough, and I'm just so conflicted this morning. Like I wanna. They're a company based in India. I don't even like. I'm gonna talk to a few people, and I'm gonna see if there's something I can do. Because it just feels so wrong.
It does.
This YouTube system is a fucking joke.
Yep.
Like what? How many channels do you reckon have just vanished and none of us have heard anything?
Countless.
Because of a company like this, it's ridiculous because of these fraudulent strikes, not related to the artist or the company. And like, I honestly feel like the only way anything like this will ever get resolved is like the artists take it, like go after them, which they never would, and we wouldn't expect them to.
Nicholas Light reacted to Ado content, Ado or something, and he has good relationship with her. He got struck on a Beyblade X ending or opening reaction video because that was Ado's song. And that video was a draft video. It wasn't even published. It wasn't even private. It was a draft video. It got copyright struck. The reason that I'm bringing this example is to tell you, even if Taylor Swift went after these dudes, like it wouldn't change anything. More heads at the Hydra, you cut it up, more spawns, right? Unless like YouTube actually gets an insane class action like lawsuit stemming from copyright stuff, and they realize that like they need to change their system. And what kind of situation would that be? It would have to be a situation where they lose money because of this current system. I just don't see that happening, right? Unless something significantly happens where they actually have a reason to change their system, like nothing will change. So anyone that wants to make content, like you may think that it's so easy to just play video games and just stream, you know, YouTube videos and react to whatever, and you make so much money. Well, by the way, and you can try doing that. You're not gonna make many money, right? That's like any industry. The top 1% is gonna do the best, and you think it's so easy. It's not. But let's say you actually got up there. What then happens? You can lose everything just like that overnight. You can have a decade-long healthy success and boom, overnight copyright strikes go in and boom, you're done. Now, to be fair, we do have a group of people, right? A reactions coalition, if you may, where we help out each other and let each other know what's dangerous and whatnot. And every time that situations like this has happened, we fought against it and we won. As long as the counter notification gets passed through, we can win. But still, it doesn't change the fact that 10 business days will go by where you can't even upload content. You lose that revenue on that. You can have situations like this where really popular, succeeding content suddenly gets struck down and now all that growth is gone, right? And it's just this looming threat that's hanging in front of us every fucking day that makes people so anxious. To me, how do I deal with it? From the beginning, I knew that this is all a fucking gamble. From the beginning, I realized, yo, everything just could go up in smoke, so let's just have fun with it. And it's nice to have a union of other reactors, content creators, who help each other out, and to know that we're not alone in this, right? That other people go through this shit all the time, and that gives me some solace, and therefore my mental health is at bay. But still, man, it is a gut-wrenching feeling when you wake up and see that your videos are taken down, and if you got 3 copyright strikes, whew, good luck, man, right? Your channel's getting deleted. You better hope to God that those counter notification gets, you know, submitted and gets actually processed and accepted rather than getting rejected automatically, like it did for me for the Demon Slayer reactions. And at that point, you have to hound YouTube, make so much fucking noise, just fucking shit and scream in the grocery store aisle and hope to God a real person's gonna show up. Because if you don't, It could just be gone like that, bro.
It's ridiculous. I just feel so weird now because it's like, and now I'm in a position where they're like, don't worry, everything should be fine with you. And I'm just so angry that like I went through this and they've destroyed any kind of momentum around it. And even if I get the videos back, do I then upload the old shorts, or are they going to be at risk again?
They will strike it again, straight up. How do I know this? Shout out to React Zones. Shout out to React Zones and many other people too. React Zones, fellow reactor, friend of the channel. And the reason that I'm bringing it up is there was an issue with Beyblade Burst. Is it still a thing he's doing? Nah, he's hidden all the Beyblade Burst reactions. And the reason I'm bringing this is bro got copyright struck by a fraudulent company that doesn't represent the content that they said they hold for a show called Beyblade Burst. He got 3 strikes, he beat it, and everything went okay. A year later, same shit happens again. Same company strikes the same fucking videos over and over again. To show you that just cause like you win a counter notification, it doesn't mean shit. Because they can simply strike again. And you're gonna have to go through this whole thing again because there's no like cooldown. There's no punishment. There's nothing that prevents these fraudulent companies from submitting another counter notification, because those counter notifications are what? Automated. As in, real people don't fucking check it. They just fucking let it go through. And then it's just like, what are we doing? What's the fucking point of it? That's why if you get copyright struck, I just delete the video because it's not just worth the hassle.
And then they can just go on and do this to more people. More people are going to be affected. More people like me. More people who like. There's going to be people who want to like become content creators. Who this is going to be their first experience. I don't know what the right thing is to do. I don't know how you fight something like this.
You can't alone. In an ideal world, maybe we could all band together as content creators and have some sort of big movement that would change YouTube to actually do something. But after seeing content creators with millions of followings crying about this shit and nothing changing, I find it hard to believe that we can make this corporation move a budget, move at all. To me, it's just like the best thing you can do is have a stoic mindset. Because if nothing's going to change, then there's no point crying and complaining about it. I'm not saying that Luke is crying and being a baby. And honestly, I think he has all the rights to cry. I think this is so frustrating that your livelihood just go up in a foosh. But to me, it's like, what else can we do? There's nothing. So I just have to accept it. I just have to accept that this is just an unfortunate reality that we have to deal with. And we have to just move on. And nothing will change. And it sucks. But it's a working system. We can still grow. We can still do well. But it's just, man, if I could just have that one thing gone, this looming threat that everything could just go up in flames just because of fall of fraudulent copyright strikes, like, wouldn't that be nice? But nah, that's not happening.
Anyway, sorry for getting emotional. It's been a
You should be emotional.
It was a long day yesterday. I've got 2 kids. I literally just moved.
Jesus
our
Christ.
Finances have been drained because of the move, and then this happens, and I'm literally overnight, because of fraud, at risk of losing my livelihood.
I cannot explain to you the gut-wrenching feeling it has when your entire livelihood is threatened like this. And I don't have kids. He does. He has 2 kids, and he's just moved places. How would you feel if you're making such a big move in life? And the source of your income, right, which is required to, provide for your family, is threatened overnight just like that. I cannot imagine like the anxiety, the mental health deterioration. Like, holy shit! Remember Nicholas Light was also moving houses, and he also got copyright struck during that same time too. What the hell is up with these coincidences? But it's just like, damn, bro. It's so fucked up, and nothing will change. That might be the more fucked up thing.
Just like that. I get like rapid strikes, and it's like goodbye. There's nothing I can do. Crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Anyway, oh, thank you for all the support, by the way. You guys have been really sweet. I really appreciate it. Thank you. There's been so many people reaching out. You guys are amazing. Anyway, thank you. And that's it.
That's actually so sad, bro. Seeing this man break down because of such an unfair system that threatens his entire fucking family and livelihood is so beyond fucked up. But again, the more fucked up thing is, if a channel with this many following, right, has to struggle like this, what about the smaller creators? You know how many people just vanish into the void because of this fucking broken ass system? And nothing's gonna fucking change. And all we can do is just learn how to play the game and move around it. But goddamn, bro, that threat just looming around. It's like a grim reaper every fucking day. It's like, is today the day? Finally, fucking take me. Send me the copyright strike. Fucking take me. It's just like this threat. And honestly, that is kind of why I also work so fucking hard. Is that every day I know that this is a blessing and a privilege and it could just vanish like that. So I better make the fucking most of it before my time comes, you know? And seeing, you know, content creators such as your boy Roshi and other big content creators, you know, they are honestly like a beacon of hope, like a pillar of foundation, because they represent our niche and they're able to succeed for this long time. And they've dealt with copyright strikes and they've beaten it. And it's inspiring that like we can survive in this. Even though it's a fucked up system, we can survive in this. But it's just like, do we have to go through all this fucking roller coaster ride of like this emotional crash out? Like, what the hell, YouTube? But again, I'm honestly complaining to the void. I am actually complaining to the void, and there is nothing that's going to happen. So if nothing will change, what's the best thing we can do? Just adopt a stoic mindset and it is what it is. And if copyright strikes come, and they will, then so be it. I'll beat it. I've beaten it before, and we'll move on, and we'll survive. Please check out GOT Games. Link to his channel right here. Go give it a like. Plus, bro is a good dude. This is sad. Here's the thing. In the real world, a lot of people are also saying, this is so fucked up. Why would it happen to Luke? Why would it happen to GOT Gaming, man? He's such a kind soul. He's such a wholesome person. And you know what? All my interactions with him has been nothing but positive. He's such a welcoming and wholesome person. But here's the thing. Being a kind person doesn't give you immunity from these copyright strikes. These fraudulent companies exist to just be parasites. They will go after anybody. They don't care how much of a good person this guy is. They don't watch his content. All they care about is just making money off of this fucking fraud, and YouTube will do fucking nothing about it.